Hi there, LinkedIn family. Jonathan here from Some Talented People. And over the next 4 days, we're going to be discussing various aspects of security as it relates to you, as it relates to your business, and as it relates to your website. I'm joined by my boss, Pasby, and Francis West, a man who I followed through various seminars over lockdown, and who is a man who's extraordinarily motivated to help people. And today we're just going to do a brief introduction of each of the people taking part over the next 3 days. Every day we're going to give you some added value that you can click on or download or understand, and at the end we can offer solutions to help you in the situations we all find ourselves in. So going to Francis first. Francis, tell me about, or tell our watchers about you and your motivation.
Thank you very much for even having me on your sessions. It's always been a pleasure to join, and it also helps me with my mission. I don't know if people can see behind me. You know, I've been in this game for 30 years providing IT solutions and support to smaller businesses, but I can only describe as what I saw as a tsunami of cyber attacks, especially on smaller businesses in the last 3 years. Since lockdown, the first lockdown, we've seen an increase in scams of up to 660%. And that's why, I've decided to focus on my team and my own focus purely on helping businesses around the world because they need it.
Impassioned. Now, do you mind sharing what I know about the reason you got into this business?
Sure, yeah. I mean, from a personal perspective, the reason, my big why as to why I got involved in cybersecurity in such a big way is that I lost my own business.
So literally, it's people like you that you can help and that you're motivated to help.
Yeah, because if you don't have the right systems in place, anybody can basically take you out. And when they take you out, it's not just you that suffer, it's your family that suffers, the people around you that suffers. And it's really not a pleasurable experience. And sadly, the police are getting it. I'm talking about the cyber police are getting a lot better, but they're still very heavily under-resourced.
Yeah.
So if we rewind back 10 years, then there was just no resource. So they managed to get away with everything.
Yeah. And so Pasby, tell me about, there's a reason I work for you and not for anyone else. Tell me a bit about you and what motivates you.
So my name's Pasby. I run Some Talented People, have done for the past 6 years. We're a digital marketing company that helps SMEs to grow their business, get to the next level, and create the lifestyle that the directors want to achieve. I guess I like working with people who have outside the box sort of thinking, and the whole team has something about them that no other place has, and I really want to focus on the people, which is why it's the boldest bit of our logo is about the people. And Jonathan's obviously great at sales, but what he brings to the table is his neurodivergent mind and just a lot of experience, and he just understands how people think. So it's a very we have Thanasis who does videography, and he's colorblind. So he sees, he can help with composition and levels like nobody else can, or none that I've met. So everyone in the team brings something unique, and I think that's why we have such a nice working environment.
Yeah. It's funny because only as you point out that people is the most bold word do I go, oh yeah, it is the most bold word. It's been secretly influencing me. So look, the reason I called this together, so I contacted you guys mid last week, and I said we should do something. And the basic reason I said that is because about the Microsoft Exchange. Francis, we've got about 3 minutes. Can you tell people how that story relates to them?
Well, it depends which angle we're coming from, but in a nutshell, there's a massive security hole being found on exchange servers. Now, these exchange servers especially there's so many companies out there that are still using local servers sitting in their offices or sitting behind a cabinet somewhere, and a lot of people still running the old, what we call the old small business servers, and part of them was the Exchange server. Now you can imagine if your machines or if your Exchange server, which email server, is not up to date or fully patched or have had the latest supplier security updates, it's very easy now for hackers to get into your email server. Now, if they get into your email server, think about what they can find in your sent items. So if you're in the financial services or you're some product developer with intellectual information, can you imagine what I can do if I was a hacker and I was able to grab all that information? Not only your files that's in there, and I bet you if you, from a personal point, at some point your partners ask you for a copy of the driver's license, for a copy of your passport, all this stuff we can find inside an Exchange server. And that's why it's so important to get these, number one, protected properly, and number two, you know, where you can, we've got none left. All our clients have now moved the Exchange servers into the cloud with Office 365 or with G Suite, because you can imagine, again, if you compare your Exchange server sitting in the office, you might have invested, if you're a small business, I don't know, maybe £1,000 in the last 4 years on a good firewall. Imagine how much Microsoft or Google investing. They're investing £10 million plus just to protect your data sitting in the cloud. So the ideas of having a local server and thinking that it's secure, it's so far not true.
Okay, well, look, what we're going to do, we're going out for a break. We'll be back tomorrow, and we're going to look at personal security and how you're affected. Check out Francis' website, which is going to be in the comments below. Check out Some Talented People website, because we're going to talk about servers and web hosting later in the week. Thanks very much, everyone, and wave goodbye. Bye, bye, bye. Bye.
Hi, my name's Colin Locke. I run my own small business, 3R Consulting. It's an independent HR consultancy working primarily with small and medium-sized businesses. Like most business owners, I have only a limited understanding of the dangers that the internet and cyberspace possess. But I am aware of the potential consequences for my business of a data breach. That's why I'm very pleased to be able to use the services of Westech. It's one less thing for me to have to worry about, because they provide me with 24/7 security for the data that I hold, both personally and also for and on behalf of my clients. The monthly fees are very reasonable. They're very proactive in responding to any queries that I may have, and I can't recommend them highly enough. Please, Francis, if you're going to use imagery, please don't use me. I'd much rather use my logo. Thank you very much. And if there's anything else I can do, let me know. Thanks. Bye-bye.